Manticores, Hydra, dragons, all obey me.
Hello my kin, my name is Kin Ping, but you can call me Kin, and today I've got some Immortal Empires action for you, and it is Rakarth campaign. He's one of the legendary Dark Elf Lords, and I decided that I'm going to do a challenge, and this challenge I have named the Rakarth Monsters Only Challenge. Or, well, I guess you could call it Beasts Only Challenge as well. But basically, this campaign, you can only use units that you can get from Rakarth's beast pens. So that's stuff like harpies, dragons, mammoths, and then bears and lions. Because of Immortal Empires, he's now gotten other units in there as well. So I've decided to do that, and it's going to be pretty fun. So I'll talk over what I do. Got my gameplay in the back here, and every battle I don't auto-resolve, I'll try and do my best to make it look really cinematic.
All shall kneel before Rakarth.
So the rules of this run will be basically that you can only use the monsters from the beast pen, and it's good with the Immortal Empires, it tells you how to get them, but obviously you need lords, so you can only have Beastmaster lords. That's the challenge I've set myself. If I make a new army, I gotta have a Beastmaster lord. So obviously Rakarth is a Beastmaster lord, and then I can only recruit Beastmasters, obviously. And then I also decided, just to make it the battles a little bit more interesting, that you can have one hero per army, and that hero has to be a beast magic sorcerer. So every army is going to be a Beastmaster and a beast sorcerer, and hopefully the combat is still enjoyable to watch and stuff, especially once I start getting higher units and stuff like Medusas and dragons and stuff. Hopefully the cinematic battles I make will look cool. So anyway, that's basically everything, all the rules. I'm pretty sure that's all the rules. You can use whatever gear and magic items and stuff you want. It's just the army's beasts only. So obviously that takes out a whole lot of buildings. But I guess we'll just get right into it, and I'll start telling you about my adventure. I only played a little bit currently, so this video might be a little short, but yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get on to it. Okay, so obviously the first thing I did when I got into this was I got rid of the recruitment building, as you saw when I was talking beforehand. I got rid of that recruitment building, and then I started looking through the monster pens here to see what kind of monsters I could get. Thankfully I could get harpies. I didn't know if they were actually classified as monsters, so I was excited about that, because you can get harpies pretty early on, and as you'll find out, there are a lot of harpies in this campaign. I used a lot of them, and then sadly I had to disband my army, which was okay. I had a unit of shades and a bolt thrower, but had to get rid of it because it wasn't a monster. So after taking a while just to look through the monster pen and actually see how I could get these monsters, I put my hero, which I was lucky enough to get a beast sorceress. I'm pretty sure that's automatic. You automatically start with Beast Sorceress. I don't think it's any luck involved at all. But I was lucky enough to get a Beast Sorceress and put her in my army. Checked out the short campaign victory, which I thought was actually pretty easy. I had a little look at diplomacy, but I realized that in the Rakarth campaign, no one actually likes you much. You're surrounded by lizard men, little group of tomb kings, and dark elves, but honestly, there really wasn't much going on there. Oh, and of course I put on my research, as you saw in that little intro bit as well, because later on I will realize that there is a really good research out there where you get, I think it's melee attack and armor piercing for harpies, so that was the automatic thing I had to get. And so here I only had my 3 single models, but I decided to attack anyway. Thankfully auto-resolve gave me a close victory and I managed to win. But the health on my Hydra, I think it was like 22 HP points, so that was really close. And then here I saw that possibly get some monsters from sacrificing the victims of battle. So I knew I had to do that. And I got some Harpies! My first Harpies. First of like 6 units I think I get over time. But I really wanted to beeline for getting as many monsters as possible. Not just for my army, but also because there's a right that gives you the option for a certain group of monsters, which can be really good. But you have to get monsters 5 different times. So this is my first time getting it, and then you can see later on the video I just raid a lot trying to get as many monsters as I can. So after a quick level up for Rakarth, that was basically turn 1. I wanted to attack the golden ziggurat, but I just didn't have the health to do it. But however, I realized that the smart thing would be to go into their territory and raid, hoping that I could get some more monsters. It was really risky seeing as my guys were on really low HP and it was only giving me 9 income, but I just needed monsters as quickly as possible and I couldn't see any lizard men armies around, so I was hoping that none of them popped out. But I think it was pretty safe, so I wasn't in any true danger. And I was hoping, even if it was just some Harpies, I just wanted something to add to my army. I also decided to change my UI to red because I much prefer the red over the green or blue. Even though the blue looks okay, the green doesn't look good in my opinion. I just much prefer the red. Red just looks nice and solid.
Rakarth is supreme.
Not much accomplished really. But I was hoping that I'd get some more monsters. Started turn 2, I got a cool mission where I got to capture battle captives and be able to confederate with Karon-Ka, which I was really confused about because I'm pretty sure Karon-Ka is like way over near Naggarond, so I was not expecting that. And then thank God I got some more Harpies from raiding. So now I had 4 Harpy units in my monster pens. And then I saw the army, and I knew I had to get back and start healing, because there was no way I was going to be able to survive another fight on the health that I was on. And so after destroying the building, I saw this building here, Exotic Animal Tamer, which I knew was instantly perfect, because recruitment costs minus 20% for lots of monster units, all monster units that I will be using in the future. I was looking at the other stuff, but I knew that that was probably the best thing to actually get. And then I decided to force march into my capital, Great Turtle Isle, to get more healing. It didn't give me that much more healing, but I knew it was instantly worth it because I did not want to go into battle and I needed to move as quickly as possible and try and get this province, because I knew that if I didn't, people like Gorok and lots of other legendary lords that started last year would just be getting way too strong. And so yeah, that was the end of turn 2. Not much at all, just building construction and healing basically. And so the start of turn 2, nothing much at all. I did get a level up, which was nice. My I think her name's Boudica, my sorceress of beasts, got an upgrade, which I put into magic stuff because I knew that she was probably going to stay in the army, seeing as her trait, if you'd seen in the intro, gave her extra melee attack and defense. So I knew I had to keep her in the army. So I moved forward a little bit, deciding to stand outside the settlement, and then that was the end of that turn. Turns go pretty quickly in this campaign, as you guys have probably gotten the gist of already, especially in the early times. There's a lot of turns here which I just been raiding to try and get as many monsters as I can. So about halfway through turn 4, I decided that I really needed to take this settlement, so I recruited all my 4 Harpy units and then attacked the golden ziggurat. I saw that it was a valiant defeat and I was like, oh, that's not good. I had my banner of swiftness though, which I thought, I wasn't really sure who to put it on. I decided not to put it on the Hydra, however, because I didn't want the Hydra to actually be in this battle. Because I thought that they were really low health and I didn't want to get them killed, because that would just ruin the campaign, which I was actually forgetting about regeneration. And as you'll see, the Hydra actually comes quite in handy, regenerating about half its health. So I hope you guys enjoy this battle here. It's pretty epic.